Hello, I am Tracy Wilson at Beautiful Publications, better known as Beauty. As you all know, I have been recording my audiobook, Stay and Play Together, A Couple's Guide to Longevity. And I have a tutorial that shows you how to get your book uploaded to ACX. But today I wanted to show you how you prepare the audio behind the scenes. So I'm going to start by reading the introduction to Stay and Play Together. So the first thing I'm going to do in Audacity is Tracks, Add New, and Mono. And this comes up. Now I'm going to record my introduction. Stay and Play Together is a couple's guide to longevity that includes real conversations, personal experiences, exercises, and examples from characters in my novels that have been through it all. If you're looking for a straightforward guide to longevity in your relationship, this book is for you. Okay, now you see how at the end here, this is a lot. This is the end, and this is a lot of empty space. So what I'm going to do, we don't need all that empty space. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag the mouse over the end here. I don't want to highlight it all. So it's a little, I'm going to drag the mouse here and I want to delete that. So I'm going to just hit the delete key. Okay, and that's going to shorten it. Now, this is not very smooth and this is not very smooth and neither is this. So that's an indication that there's a lot of noise, a lot of background noise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this and then I'm going to go to Effect and I am going to go to Noise Reduction. And I'm going to get the noise profile. So I got the noise profile. Now I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to go to Effect and go back to Noise Reduction. And now I'm going to do step 2. You don't have to touch any of these numbers here and you don't have to move any of these here. This is preset by Audacity. Now, and it's already clicked on reduce. So I can just click OK. And you see the difference? You see how smooth that is? Okay, so now I'm going to play this back. Stay and Play Together is a couple's guide to longevity that includes real conversations, personal experiences, exercises, and examples from characters in my novels that have been through it all. If you're looking for a straightforward guide to longevity in your relationship, this book is for you. Okay, sounds good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Analyze, and under the Plugin Manager, you'll see I have ACX check. If you're using Audacity and you don't have the ACX check, there is an instructional tutorial on YouTube. If you just put in ACX check for Audacity, there's a YouTube video that gives you instructions on how to download the plugin, and then it tells you how to add it to your Audacity. So I'm going to click on the ACX check. And it's telling me the peak level fail, too high. And the RMS level is too quiet, as you can see here. And the noise floor is too noisy. So how do we fix this? Okay. Well, the first thing we're going to do, since it's highlighted, is we're going to go to Effect, and then we are going to go to Loudness Normalization. Okay. And when you go to Loudness Normalization, there's RMS and there's Perceived Loudness. So you're going to go to RMS and you want to make sure that this is at -18 because ACX will tell you it has to be between -24 and -18. So we're going to hit apply. And you see what happened? Not only is it a little bit noisier over here, but I also have these high peaks. So now what you're going to do is you're going to highlight this again. You're going to click on Effect. And now we're going to go down to Limiter. And Limiter is what reduces the peaks. So we have these settings here. These are preset by Audacity. You don't have to touch these or adjust any of the numbers. And you don't have to move any of these bars. So you just hit apply. And you see what happens. You see how it took down some of the peaks, but there's still a little noise over here. So let's see what happens if I go to analyze and I do ACX check. Now you see the peak level passes and the RMS level passes, but as I suspected, the noise floor is still a little too noisy. So what I'm going to do is what I did earlier. I'm going to just highlight a little piece of this. And when you're doing this to get the noise level, you don't want to do it in these areas here where you're speaking. You want to do it where you're not speaking. So I'm going to go to Effect and I am going to go back up. I'm going to go back up to noise reduction. And I'm going to get the noise profile. Then I'm going to highlight it. And I'm going to go to Effects again. And I'm going to go back to noise reduction. And this time I'm going to do step 2 and tell it to reduce the noise and just click OK. Okay, now you see how this end here is it's a lot smoother now. So now let's go analyze and ACX check. Okay, now you can see the RMS level passed and the noise floor passed, but the peak level is high. And this is because whenever you reduce the noise, your peaks have a tendency to go back up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and I'm going to do Effect, and I'm going to go back to the limiter. And I'm not touching any of these numbers or moving these bars. I'm just going to hit apply. Okay. And now I'm going to do analyze and ACX check. And now you see everything passes. So what you're going to do, you're going to do the noise reduction first. Then you're going to go to the loudness normalization, and then you're going to go to the limiter. And you're going to do the ACX check. And if it's still giving you a message that the peak level is high, then you're going to go back to the limiter. So I've done that. Now, let's see, analyze and the ACX check. It's telling me that everything has passed. So to get it to this point, we came over here, we highlighted a little piece of it, we went to Effect, and then we went to noise reduction. So you go to noise reduction first. Step 1 is you get the noise profile, and then you highlight it. And then step 2 is you reduce the noise. After you do that, then you're going to go back to Effect. No, we don't want to do this. You're going to go back to Effect, and you're going to go to loudness normalization. You're going to have it set for RMS. It's going to be -18. And then you're going to click apply. After you do that, you're going to go to Effect, and you are going to go to limiter. And then you are going to apply with the limiter, and that's how you reduce your peaks. Now, if you're reducing the noise and you analyze and you do your ACX check, and it tells you that your peaks are too high, then you're just going to go ahead and repeat the highlight and repeat limiter so that, and you're just going to repeat those 3 steps until your ACX check passes all 3. And then once you're ready to do that, you will do, once everything's ready to go, we're going to play it one more time just to make sure we like it. Stay and Play Together is a couple's guide to longevity that includes real conversations, personal experiences, exercises, and examples from characters in my novels that have been through it all. If you're looking for a straightforward guide to longevity in your relationship, this book is for you. Okay, it sounds good. We passed the ACX check. So now what you're going to do, you'll just click on File, and you will export it as a wave. And as soon as you click on Export as a wave, your file on your computer will come up, your folder. It'll be saved as a wave in your folder. And then you can refer to the tutorial I have on how to upload and prepare your audio to go to ACX for your audiobook. I hope this helps. And I've had a lot of fun. And now I'm going to get back to auditing and audioing my book on ACX.